Hey, I'm Allison, and this is Realistically Consistent, where we talk about how to build sustainable fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits that actually last even as a busy mom. I'm here to help get you consistent, not perfect, and on your way to feeling like your best self. I'm so excited to start today's episode with you. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Realistically Consistent. Today, I want to talk about something that I talk about a lot with so many moms, and that is just our level of being tired. I can't tell you how many times I'll be in a conversation with a mom and we're just talking about how tired they are and how that is affecting every single facet of their life, how they want to work out, but too tired. We want to do better about planning and making meals, but we're too tired, right? It seems like as a mom, this is just creeping its way into every aspect of our lives. And I want to talk through some very real factors of this tiredness, exhaustion that we feel as a mom, talk about some really harsh realities of it, and hopefully give you a perspective shift that will change your outlook on this time of life, whether you have young kids or teenagers or even grown kids. Because again, let's face it, we feel different levels of tired based off of a whole variety of factors. Maybe it's because your kids are really young and keeping up at night. Maybe it's because your body is aging and you just feel things differently. Whatever it might be, we're going to talk through a lot of factors that can be affecting that tiredness, including your mindset and some of the choices that you're making in the day, and hopefully get you walking out of this episode today with some real action steps, some real mindset shifts and different perspectives that are going to help you start making the actions that you've been wanting to do. Now, in my opinion, I have experienced a couple different types of tired, not just levels of tired. I truly believe that there are different types of just tiredness and exhaustion that I have felt as a mom. One of them being, I am so exhausted, I don't want to do anything like all day. This exhaustion kind of carries it through the day, and you're just in pure survival mode, doing the bare minimum, don't really feel like getting anything done. That kind of exhaustion. And then there's a level of tired that just kind of like is always there throughout the day where it's like, oh, I could close my eyes for a minute. I'm pretty tired, but you're still motivated. We still have that like energy of, but I'm excited to go do XYZ with my kids later. I'm looking forward to this part of my job. I am excited about the dinner that, we've got going on tonight. Again, maybe it's like not that full blown motivation. I want to go make dinner, but it's like you've got some energy to it, but you still have that like baseline tired. So I'm curious if you agree with me. Like, have you experienced different like types of tired in that way? But overall, I just want to talk through the fact that like, let's just get real for a second. You're a mom. You're gonna feel tired. There is just no avoiding it. There are so many demands as a mom, so many things going on, so many outside factors, so many inside factors that are going to affect the way that you feel. And the fact of the matter is, we're just going to feel tired for a little while. And again, some days are going to be better than others. Some days we can like really set ourselves up for the best possible circumstances. We can get ourselves caught up on sleep. But again, something's going to happen. Life's going to throw a curveball. You're going to get sick. A kid's going to get sick. Something's going to happen and you're going to feel tired again. And it's just to be expected. And when we can start to just realize like this is a part of our lives right now, then we can stop using it as a crutch or an excuse to not do anything. Because here's the thing. I know this is like a huge prevalent topic. I see so many memes about it on Instagram, so many reels and memes and things popping up on Instagram that, again, I laugh at and I like the rest of them. It's super relatable. But here's the thing. I'm not going to go and dwell on those things after seeing it. I'm not going to allow it to amplify any sort of a pity party that I'm having because yeah, that was super relatable. And yeah, that sucks. That's not a fun part of motherhood. Sure, absolutely. It might not be. What I can't stand is that with the way that social media can be sometimes, it's almost setting like a new precedent of like, let's all just commiserate together and let's all throw a pity party together because we're all super tired. No, how about we use this platform to lift each other up? And again, I do see this side of Instagram too, of lifting each other up. Like, yep, we're all in the thick of it, but hey, we're strong. We've got this. How can we make sure that even though we're tired, we're still doing things for ourselves? There's two different sides to Instagram. So if you're on the side of Instagram where all you're seeing is this like pity party and all of these memes and these reels are, yeah, relatable, but also kind of making you feel worse or amplifying your pity party a little bit, maybe unfollow and find some other people who, yeah, joke about some really real aspects of motherhood, of parenthood, but then at the same token lift each other up and say, but you know what, yeah, this is real, yeah, this is funny, but we've also got this. We're strong, we're capable. Hey, are you taking care of yourself to make sure that you can minimize that tiredness as much as possible? Find that side of Instagram, okay? Because the things that you are filling your mind with on a daily basis are amplifying your thoughts that are going on repeat in your mind every single day. We've talked about that in previous episodes before as well, where your thoughts are going to fuel your reality. And we want to make sure that our thoughts are as positive and self-serving as possible, right? We don't want to fill our minds with all of this pity party and stuff. Because again, the fact of the matter is, this is what we signed up for, right? Whether you signed up for it or not, here we are. This is the boat that we're in, and we're gonna be tired. That's it. So wouldn't you rather be tired and happy and like motivated to do some things? Or would you rather be tired and exhausted, just surviving and depressed or throwing yourself a pity party because gosh, I'm still so tired. This is my life now. It's never going to change and feeling sad about it. If you're going to be tired, you might as well be tired and happy. So again, it can sometimes just be as simple as that perspective shift and reframing the way that you're talking to yourself to start working your way back into this, okay, yeah, I'm tired, but hey, let's be tired and happy. We want to reframe that mindset shift. And I'm hoping that some of the things that we talked through today are going to help with that. Okay. So the first thing I really want to talk about is how that being tired, is that right now what's stopping you from doing some of the things that you want to do? So like I said, when I talk with a lot of moms, it's I really want to work out, but I'm too tired. I really want to meal plan, but I'm too tired. Is that tiredness what is stopping you from doing the things that you want to do? Well, let's think about this for a second. Would being tired stop you from doing something that you like actually want to do? Like that sounds like so much fun. Okay. So, extreme example, let's say you're so tired, you're so exhausted. Kids have been up every night, all night, all kinds of stuff is going on. But somebody walks up to you and says, hey, I've got free Taylor Swift tickets for tonight. Want to come? Or Taylor Swift is just an example off the top of my head. So fill in the blank with whatever concert, show, whatever that you like have been dying to go to. Someone comes up and offers you free tickets. Are you ignoring your exhaustion for this once in a lifetime opportunity? Absolutely. Right? I don't care how tired I am. You have free Taylor Swift tickets for me. I am there. I am going there and I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to go have fun because that's something I want to do. So maybe as like a less extreme example, let's say babysitters don't come around too often and you've got family in town or a college kid that used to babysit for you all the time is back in town or whatever. Okay. And they say, hey, I can babysit your kids tonight. Do you and your husband want to go have a date night? You haven't had a date night in months. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Are you going to suck up how tired you are and say, absolutely, let's go? I'll slap on some makeup and find a second wind. Let's go. Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. We will fight through that tiredness to go do the things that we really want to do. Now, I want to meal plan. Yes, we do. That's great, right? We want to meal plan. We want to make sure we're setting ourselves up for success. We want to wake up early. We want to go do those workouts. We know that they make us feel better, right? You want that on a level. But here's the thing. There isn't a ton of urgency in that desire. You miss your alarm one morning, I can try again, right? This isn't life or death. This isn't a once in a lifetime opportunity. I will always have another opportunity to wake up in the morning. Okay, well, how many times have we been telling ourselves that for? How long have we let that go on for? Same thing with meal planning. I want to go sit down and do that meal plan, but I can push it off till tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Oh, shoot, didn't work out this week. Next week for sure. It's always this future idea of I'll do it when I'm less tired, though. I'll do it next week. Even though I'm tired, I'm sure that I can make myself do it next week. Well, how's that working out for you? Not super great, right? There's no urgency there. And not only that, what you're holding on to is the just simple desire to wake up early. I want to go wake up early. I want to meal plan. You're forgetting the really key piece here. You don't want to wake up early. You want the peace and quiet of the morning. You want the way that that time to yourself makes you a better mom for the rest of the morning, right? That's what you want. But when your alarm goes off, we forget about all that stuff. All that matters is the alarm goes off. Should I get up early? And then so often we just end it here. It's hard to think about the ripple effect that's going to happen when we actually do that because we don't want the early morning. We want what comes with it. And that's what we need to hold on to. Same thing with meal planning or planning out a workout. We don't want to actually go do the workout, right? There are very few occasions that I actually want to go push myself to the point of being completely breathless and uncomfortable. I don't love being uncomfortable, right? What I want is the feeling that comes after it. That feeling of pride, that feeling of strength, that feeling of energy. That's what I want, right? And so we need to remember that aftermath of I don't just want these things. I want the feeling that comes with it or the feeling that comes because of doing that hard thing. That's what we need to hold on to. And that also goes back to one of the other episodes we talked about, I think episode 7, which is having that really strong why. That is what is going to get us to do something even though we are tired. So even though you're tired, that alarm goes off in the morning. If your why is strong enough, here's what I'm doing with my time in the morning. Here's what kind of a person it's going to make me. Here's why that is so important to me. My kids deserve a more patient mother. My kids deserve to see me being at my best, at my strongest. Having that really, really strong why so that when the alarm goes off in the morning, we get up and we go do it tired anyways. We need to have those words cycling through our minds at all times while we're making those tough decisions, while we're thinking, gosh, I should really go do this, right? Thinking about our previous episode where we're shooting all over ourselves. I should go do this, but I'm too tired. So that we can ignore that tired excuse and say, I'm going to go do it anyways. I'm going to go do it tired. Now, here's the funny thing about energy and getting rid of that tired feeling, because if energy was the opposite to tired, well, the funny thing about energy is you kind of have to give some to get some. And if you're stuck in this loop of constantly being tired and constantly letting tired be your excuse for why you're not doing anything, you have probably forgotten by now that actually going and doing that thing is what's going to give you more energy. That actually showing up within the first 5 minutes of that workout, even if you're really tired during those, you're immediately going to start feeling more energy as soon as you get started. And maybe you're doing that workout in the morning and you're feeling very tired. Well, that very workout or very walk or a little bit of movement or whatever in the morning is actually what's going to help fuel your energy for the rest of the day. Maybe, again, you're still going to feel a little bit of tiredness. Again, for me, at least in this stage of my life right now, where I'm up with my baby multiple times a night, I'm still feeling tired most of my day. But I notice on the days that I do not get up early and get that workout in, it's that different kind of tired, that sluggish, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do anything kind of tired versus the tired I feel after I make myself get up and work out, yeah, I'm still tired, but I have way more, I don't know, spunk and almost energy in a way where it's like, but it's okay. I still want to go play with my kids. I still want to go do these things because you know what? I woke up and I did something hard today. I woke up and I started my day on my own terms. It's not that sluggish kind of tired anymore. Now, kind of like I referred to, there are things that are completely out of your control. You heard me say earlier how we're going to take control of the things that we can. Well, some things just aren't. Maybe you are working really hard, like I am, to get a sleep schedule established with my baby. And some nights it goes well and some nights it doesn't. That's out of my control. I am taking control of what I can. I'm following the schedules. I'm consulting with sleep consultants. I'm taking control of every single thing that I can. But what my baby does is still going to be what he does, right? I'm going to be up as many times in the night that he decides. Out of my control. Kids' sports schedules, again, sometimes they're kind of in your control. Sometimes they're not. Maybe your kids are going to sporting events later in the night and that's messing with your dinner routine. Again, take control of what you can, but the actual time that they put practice and stuff, it's out of your control. Your work schedule, maybe you work an evening shift. I mean, you name it. A lot of times when it comes to time and what is in somebody else's control, take some control away from you. However, you have to be able to take that and take control of what you can to work around the scenario. That's what I want to talk a little bit more in depth about right now so that, again, you have some tools. But there's only so deep that we can go into a podcast. And that's exactly why I still offer one-on-one coaching, because your lifestyle is unique. Your controllables and non-controllables are unique to you. And sometimes it can be really hard. I actually was just talking with a client today where she looked at me and said, gosh, that solution seems so simple. I don't know how I didn't think of it myself. But if it's not occurring to you, it's not occurring to you. And that's where the outside support comes from. And that's why I've opened up 2 more spots for the month of February, as we're now in the first week of February. There are 2 more spots in my coaching program left so that we can have that one-on-one coaching, so that you can find the solution, so that you can find the routines, take control of what you can, and get over that tired and start getting your energy back, feel stronger, feel more patient with your kids, and just feel like you're stepping into that best version of yourself. So if that is something you want to do, apply on my website, AllisonHaleyFitness.com, or you can always send me a message on social. But anyways, I do want to try and give you some tools for the things that are in your control, okay? So if we're talking, again, for example, you're up multiple times in the night because you've still got a young baby that is waking up multiple times in the night. Let's take control of what we can. 1, are you, like I am, consulting with, sleep consultants or doing research on what your routine should look like, or making sure that you're getting enough calories in the day, napping, all of those things? Are you taking control of that? If not, go do that. If so, great. Let's take control of what you can for your personal self. Are you going to bed at a decent time? Or do you find yourself doom scrolling into the night? Are you waking up in the middle of the night to care for them and immediately getting back on your phone, making it more difficult for you to fall back asleep? What are we taking control of here? We're going to stay off of our phone. We're going to try and shut down the screens at least 30 minutes before we go to bed. Are we doing that? Are you going to bed, like I said, at a decent time? Okay, so that you're still trying to add up the sleep that you do get to about 7 or 8 hours. So that would be taking control of your evening routine, okay? Next would be taking control of your morning routine. So again, like we talked about, are you doing something in the morning that is going to fill your cup first? Whether it's movement or simply drinking water alone for the first 10 minutes of your morning. Are you getting up to fill your cup first? Are you taking control of your morning routine and finding something that you can look forward to? We're going to circle back around to that too. Are you fueling your body? Are you drinking enough water? And when I say fueling your body, again, go back and listen to several of the other episodes where we talk about how food is fuel. You want protein. You want to fill your body with the foods that are going to give you your energy. part of your tiredness could potentially just be you are not giving your body the fuel it needs to feel energized. That's how we function. That's how we feel energy. If you're not getting enough fuel in your body, maybe that's one of the factors right there. Take control of what you can. Are you still drinking alcohol and that's affecting your sleep, your mood? Is that affecting you to the point where it's time to say, you know what? This just isn't worth it anymore. Take control of what you can. Okay, so I want to go back to that morning routine, right? Because I feel like that's where we connect that I'm too tired probably the most. It's the strongest to get up in the morning. I hear so many people say, "Ugh, I'd love to have a great morning routine, but I'm just not a morning person," or "My kids wake up too early," or "I just can't get myself up through the alarm." Well, we already talked a little bit about how you don't actually want to get up at 5:30 in the morning. That's not the desire. Your desire comes from wanting what comes with it, right? So, along with that, I want to talk through the importance of actually genuinely creating something that you can look forward to. So, yes, we have a really strong why that's going to help get us out of bed, or get us to do the things in the middle of the day or whatever it might be. We have that really strong why now, like we talked about. Okay. Why is it important for you? What feeling are you actually chasing? Let's identify those first. Then let's set the stage for it to be something that you really look forward to. So, what I mean by that is, are you trying to work out in the morning? Is that one of your goals? Great. Let's go create a space that we look forward to being in. Okay. So maybe you add some fun lights to your little home gym. Maybe you put up a little like barricade to feel like you're in your own little room. Maybe you lay out your cute workout set in the morning, or maybe that's just another barrier that you don't want to deal with. And you sleep in some loose old workout clothes and just wake up and work out in those. How can we set up your environment for success for that? Or maybe it is wanting to eat a good breakfast by yourself and drink some water, drink some coffee first thing in the morning alone. How can we set that environment up so that it's not something where you're like, ugh, but that means I have to cook? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you prep some egg bites over the weekend and you pop them in the air fryer first thing in the morning. Maybe you do overnight oats. Maybe you just find something that, again, eliminates that barrier to entry that you can actually look forward to. I love these overnight oats. I'm looking forward to sitting down and eating these in peace. We need to create something that we look forward to. There are so many ideas and so many influencers out there on Instagram, myself included, where I'll share my morning routine. I'll share my evening routine. I'll share my entire day's worth of a routine. I've built that all because they're all things I look forward to. I don't necessarily look forward to feeling the discomfort of a workout, but I love the space that we've created for our workout in our basement. Maybe you love your gym. I love the fact that I just work out in my PJs and I don't need to worry about putting anything on or getting dressed. I can just roll out of bed and go downstairs. I love that in the winter, I get to go do it by the fireplace and feel that peace. I've created a scenario that I actually can look forward to, along with that really strong reason of why. Because again, I have been doing this for years and I still have to have on repeat in my mind when that alarm is going off and I do not want to roll out of bed in the dead of winter when it is still pitch black and I am warm and snuggled in my bed and it's -5 degrees outside. It's still tough. I have to have my why, my really strong why on repeat in the back of my mind to really pull myself out of here. And for me right now, it's you really hate the way you feel when you skip this alarm. I mean, that's the strongest. You don't want to feel like that. You are not patient with your kids when you skip this alarm and don't get your workout in. I want to enjoy my morning with my kids. I want to feel more patience. I want to feel calm. Those are my primary whys right now in this moment. And yes, I still have to have them on repeat in my mind when my alarm's going off and I do not want to crawl out of bed. And for so many, I feel like the why kind of stays stuck in this. I want to lose weight. I want to feel better. Oh my gosh, summer's going to be here before we know it. And I want to feel good in my bathing suit this year. And listen, I'm the first one to say, heck yeah, absolutely. Have that. Have that as a why. I want to lose weight. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel confident. But again, you don't just want to lose weight. You want the feeling that's coming with it. You want feeling lighter and more energized to go do activities with your kids. You want to go wear all those cute outfits that you don't feel good in right now. You want to be able to put them on and feel confident and sexy in them. You want to be able to walk around in the summer and not have to think twice about the shorts that you want to wear, right? That's what you want. It's not the weight loss, it's those feelings, okay? And while I think that those can also be some really strong reasons why, I'm going to say it again and I'm going to die on this hill. That's not strong enough. If it were, you would have accomplished your goals already. You have got to find a deeper why. I mean, again, let those be a part of it. That's great. I love feeling confident. I love being able to wear the clothes that I feel the most confident in. That's amazing. That's always part of my goal too. But what also matters are the feelings and the way that I show up with my kids and the way that I can show up as a mom, right? They can exist together. We don't need to just hold on to one why. But again, the physical, the physique, the weight loss, that's not it. So the last perspective shift that I want to give you that will maybe help you wake up a little bit earlier is that, let's face it, waking up is hard no matter what. Whether it's because a kid is screaming your name, an alarm is going off at 8 a.m. or an alarm is going off at 5:30 a.m., it still feels hard. It's not going to feel comfortable to get up out of bed. So why not just get out of bed at the time that you most want to? That sets you up for the most success in the morning. If it's going to feel hard, no matter what, do it the time that you want to do it. Stop hitting snooze. That is still a major goal of mine. I'm still waking up early, but I still find that I have to set my alarm like 20 minutes before I actually want to drag myself out of bed. It is a work in progress. Okay. So my goal by the end of this year is to stop pressing snooze. What's yours? If this episode resonated with you today, again, as always, I encourage you to please leave a rating, a review, a comment. Share this with a friend who is trying to wake up early herself. If you've been listening to this podcast for a little while now and you have yet to leave a review, I am pouring time and finances into this podcast to bring these episodes to you. So while I love doing this, one way to give back would be to subscribe, leave a rating, review, and of course, share with your family and friends. All right, with that, I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Realistically Consistent. If today's episode helped you, please hit subscribe and leave a quick rating as it helps more moms find the show. You can visit AllisonHaleyFitness.com for more tools, tips, and ways to stay connected. And just as a quick reminder, I'm here to share general information and encouragement, but this podcast isn't meant to replace professional medical or health advice. Everyone's circumstances are different, so be sure to check in with your trusted healthcare provider before making any big changes. Thanks again for being here, and until next time, keep showing up for yourself one realistic step at a time.